week it is. Hey, y'all. Hey, friend. Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Listen, if you can hear me, I need you to type in calculated distractions. I want to make sure I'm doing my mic check. This is my mic check. Hey, y'all. Hey, friends. How y'all doing? Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining me. I haven't been on here in a minute. If you can hear me, I'm doing a mic check. I want y'all to type in calculated distractions. If you're feeling distracted, if you know a friend who may be distracted, this is a good time to tag them. Hey, friend from Tuskegee. How you feeling? Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday to y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. I usually go live on Mondays, but we didn't get a chance to do it this week. So here I am. Hey, y'all. Let me go ahead and pin. I appreciate you guys joining me. I don't take it lightly that you guys would click on my live and see what I have to say. I really appreciate y'all support so much. Yeah, just thank you. I hope everybody's doing well. I pray that your children are well and will remain well. I pray that your parents and your family is well. Your pets are well. Yeah, so we're just gonna chat today, y'all. I'm excited about this conversation because it just hit me as I was finishing up my cardio today. I texted my husband and I said, when people can't stop you, they'll distract you. I think a lot of people are more calculated than what we realize. And oftentimes we allow their distractions to cause our delay. And I don't know who I'm here to encourage today, but I just want to tell you to keep running. I think it's necessary that you hear these words, that you keep running, that you don't look back, that you don't entertain what's beneath you. And I think it's hard for some of us because we've been dressed in humility our entire lives, right? We've been taught to, consider others, love others, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And one thing that you don't want to say is that you're better than anybody. Right? But there are some things you are too good for, friend. I just want to remind you of that. There are some certain things that you are indeed too good for. There are certain people that you are too good for. There are things that you are in fact too good for. And this is BJ's medicine at the door, baby. But there are certain things and certain situations that you are too good for, right? And so I wanted to come on and encourage you today because I feel like I want you to visualize yourself. I want you to see yourself running, right? I want you to see yourself running. Oftentimes when runners take off, they don't run in packs, right? Runners don't run in packs. When you think about runners, even if you go to a marathon or 5K, like whatever, right? You won't see people running in packs together because it's not one of those things that everybody can do together. For one, we need our space, we need our room. Even in real races, you see runners pass the baton. And I think that's mainly because there's a greater purpose in this. How do I say this? It's a self-focused purpose. Does that make any sense? It's like everybody won't be able to go with you. Does that make any sense? And sometimes a lot of people, I say calculated distraction because a lot of people are in fear that you're running faster than them. Do y'all remember a few months ago in that major track meet, high school track meet, where it was public news, it was national news, it was everywhere. A girl was hitting the girl in front of her with a baton, gave the girl a whole concussion. Oftentimes when you start running with the wrong people, that is what can happen, right? It's a calculated distraction. And sometimes when people, and I'm not saying that girl intentionally did that because she said she didn't do it, but it gave lots of intention, actually. But here's what I'm saying. Oftentimes when you start running, because some people will perceive your speed as an attack on their lack of speed or whatever it is, whatever their insecurity is, right? They'll start to do things to distract you because they can't necessarily, they don't have the power to stop you. And so they'll start hitting you. And sometimes those hits, it may not look like a baton, but follow me. It may be bringing up some old stuff, right? It may be threatening you with things of your past, whatever they think they have on you, so to speak. It may be withdrawing their support from you because they know that will it's friend fusion, friend. It may be withdrawing their support from you because they know that will get your attention, right? It may be them not showing up to support you, or all of a sudden when they've been very supportive of you and when they've been very caring or whatever. It may look like that. It may look like ghosting, right? It may look like them ghosting you. It may look like them silently quitting the friendship where you can shift the energy shift, but they're still talking to you. I really feel like a lot of times what we're experiencing is a simple distraction, and most of these distractions are very, very calculated. Okay, and I don't want you to think for a moment that people aren't thinking about you or you're not that important. I know that some of you have not heard this before, right? And I wish our moms would have told us more, but they're jealous of you. Okay. I want you to hear me, friend. They're jealous of you, and they're perceiving your growth as an attack. They're perceiving your speed as something that they're lacking. You know what I mean? And people will do whatever they got to do to, distract you when they can't stop you. And if because they can't stop you, they realize that if they can just do just enough to distract you, then you'll stop anyway. Does that make any sense? You'll just stop. So I need you to disappoint some people today. I need you to disappoint some people that you've been finding yourself distracted with watching their posts. You keep going to see what they're going to post next. You've been distracted to see what they're telling other people about y'all situation because, something has happened and they're creating this narrative or whatever. I need you to stop allowing them to distract you, because a lot of people, they can already see the end goal even before you can, and they're just jealous that you're running. They're just trying to cause you a distraction. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of people. Unfortunately, the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but that spirit. That's what I'll say. There are so many people wrestling with that spirit that does not want you to finish, that does not want you to continue, that does not want. Yeah, so what they did, they withdrew whatever the resource was, right? They stopped supporting you, they stopped showing, they ghosted you, because you know why? They knew that you were going to come seeking to see what was going on. I need you to think about Nehemiah building his wall, right? If you remember in the scriptures, he looked down and he said, I can't come down. And I want you to see yourself, and I don't want this to be absent of humility, but I need you to understand that people who are trying to purposely distract you are people who are literally beneath you. There are certain things you're too good for, like going back to all of this work you've done. You've been reading your scriptures. You've been focused on your word again. You've gotten into therapy. You've really surrounded yourself with people who call you on your stuff. Like you're in a room where you're consistently being sharpened. You're with people who are changing your mind, changing your perspective, and by way of that, your life is being changed too, right? You're living a quality life, right? There are people who have known you prior to this who don't believe you deserve that, right? They don't even believe. Some people are comparing what they have to what you have, trying to figure out how you have the things that you have, the favor that you have, right? It's like it's interesting. I was just reading in Esther this morning with Haman and Mordecai, and if you go read the scriptures, I think you'll see in chapter 6 or 7 of Esther, the king asks Haman, how would he bless a man who honors the king? What would he do for a man that honors the king? And so Haman thinking it's gonna be him. So Haman give the king all of this stuff, right? All this stuff he should do, like give him a horse, give him robes, give him all these glamorous things, right? Because he's thinking that the king is going to celebrate him. And it's actually the man that he despises, Mordecai, because Mordecai is favored. Mordecai is favored. And with that being said, let me just say this to you. there are so many Hamans in the world, right? They're trying to figure out with their position, with their resources, with their relationships, with how is it that the king favors you? I just wanted to tell you today, I did come and preach, but the king favors you, right? The king has not forgotten you. And oftentimes people are so conflicted within themselves about how God's hand is on you, the way that it's on you, how you're being able to make the moves you're being able to make, and all the things. And when they can't stop it, they do things to distract you. Whether it's, like I said, whether it's threats, whether it's relinquishing their support of you, or like pulling back, ghosting you, just doing stuff like that to try to get you distracted. But you need to remember that God remembers you, even though they're trying to make you feel insignificant, even though they're trying to make you feel little. Because people, the insecurities that people feel, oftentimes they just try to project them onto other people. You understand what I'm saying? Because I feel small, because I feel little, because I feel insignificant, because I feel overlooked. I'm going to make sure you feel that way. Everybody, a lot of people are out here trying to get everybody back. People who ain't even did nothing to them, they just trying to get people back. Or they're trying to get people before they get them. Just unhealed, just broken, right? And when you start to run, it looks like healing. That can be scary. Wholeness is scary to people who live broken. You understand what I'm saying? And they put you in this box because maybe when y'all met or whenever you guys became acquaintances, maybe you were a different person. They put you in this box where they put you in this box where they don't see you being anything other than how you came into their lives, right? They don't see you being anything other than how they've known you to be. And when you start to break that box, you start to strip them of a reality that they had already set in mind for you and what this looks like, what this relationship will look like. So when you start to pursue, when you start to run, you understand what I'm saying? It can be scary for them, and people will just act out. And all they know to do is to, one, pass out, because that's going to make you turn around and you're going to be like, what's wrong with you? Right? And that's why I'm telling you, some people, their responses are to your growth and to you running very calculated. They just want you to stop. They're just trying to get your attention. And you can't afford to give it to them, because you know what? There's not just a destination for you. There's an ETA on your destination, just like your GPS. You don't just have a place to be that God is calling you to. You got to be there by a certain time, because God is just that strategic. God is just that, like, God is we can't even fathom the things that God wants to do. And the enemy knows the favor that you have, the gifting that you have, the things that God has called you to, the relationships that God has called you to, right? Because there are certain people don't even want you to be in a relationship with certain people. Now, they ain't never cared about you. They ain't even been studying you. They ain't even wanted you. Let's be very clear. They've been connected to you, but they didn't want you. But God will send you the very people that they could have least expected to favor you, to want you, to be connected to you. And now they trying to build a relationship with you. Or the narrative is you acting funny, when the truth is they have denied every invite, every conversation. People just do stuff like that. All of it is a calculated distraction either way. And you got to decide that you're going to keep running, that you're not going to be distracted by it, because it's very intentional to keep you in delay and to keep you from making it to your destination on time. Does that make sense? And you want to be on time for the things that God has got for you. Because I'm telling you, there have been moments in my life where I know that by it, because I made this turn, I had this encounter. Because I walked in this door this time, I experienced God in this way, or through somebody, relationship. You know what I mean? I didn't go. They didn't invite me to their event, but it allowed me to be in this place. So even the rejection that you feel from certain people, the rejection that you're experiencing, even that is working for your good. All things work together for the good of them who love God and are called according to his purpose. And I just felt led to remind you today to keep running. And when you keep trying to, I posted earlier today for my new episode of Friend Fusion, which you guys have got to, I got my Patreon pinned. I need you guys to go watch the newest episode. It is so rich. It is so good. We're talking about the good and goodbyes, right? I really think it's important that you take a moment to check it out in my Patreon community. But anyway, oftentimes what we're doing, especially as women, and I know a lot of women out here, oftentimes what we're doing is trying to go seek closure, right? We're trying to go figure out what it is, why they acting weird all of a sudden. I haven't talked to you. We went from talking every day to not talking. We used to be cool. We not cool. I don't really know what's going on. And we're just trying to seek and find closure. Even that is a distraction. Even that is a distraction. If people can live without us, we can live without them. If a person, if you reach out to a person and you're trying to make sure they're good or carrying on, and you did a follow up, you did one time because we all busy, right? And then you do a follow up, and they still like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? And then even after the follow up, you follow up the follow up. Ain't nothing else you can do. It's time for you to move on, friend. It's time for you to. It's time for you to just move on. And when you don't move on, when you don't move on and you start running with the wrong people, now you done went back. See, because God was just already releasing them from you, and oftentimes we don't realize that we don't have to have an explosion for people to exit our lives for the relationships to end. God is faithful. You ain't even got to have the emotional stress as you move forward. God will just remove people for you. He will, even them feeling some kind of way can be something God is using for them to be released from you. But you going to pick them up and chase it down. You got too much weight on you, so you can't run now. Because now you got to carry their insecurities in your run. And not only that, you got them behind you with the baton beating you across the head because you running fast. They jealous of your stride. You get what I'm saying? Like, you connected to people who jealous of your stride. And all I can see is, if I had to give some type of analogy that all of us can relate to, think about that high school track meet where a girl was behind the other girl running with a baton beating her across the head. And that's what a lot of us do. We take off running with the wrong people who are envious to see us running, who don't understand that their brokenness, their unhealed things, whatever they being triggered by, ain't even got nothing to do with us, but they're not well enough to not make it about us. Does that make any sense? So my challenge to you today is to not be distracted, to keep running, and don't run with the wrong people. And oftentimes you can start running with the wrong people when you start seeking closure. The closure is they walked away. The closure is they sent that text message. The closure is they shut the door. The closure is whatever happened. That is your closure. Quit trying to have a conversation. Quit trying to figure it out, because oftentimes you'll put yourself in situations when you're getting beat across the head. And when the Lord allows things to be revealed to you, God trusts you even with that offense. He trusts you with that offense. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Don't allow that to distract you, because at the end of the day, like I said, there's an ETA on your destination. You have a destination to get to. And if you're not careful, you will be into it with people, arguing with people, and it's a whole party up the road. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a whole party, a whole celebration, a whole graduation stage that you're supposed to be walking across. Now because you done got into it with your cousin and you got distracted, you went over her house and now you're going to jail. That's how quick, that's how quick the enemy works. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then you miss your divine appointment. Does that make sense? You miss it. The time that you were supposed to be at the red light so somebody can wave you down and say, "Hey, I've been trying to see where you are." You were over here and sitting in the living room in a whole texting fight, stabbing your phone with your thumbs, going back and forth with somebody. You got to learn how to dismiss some things. We've entered into an era of our lives. We have got to learn to dismiss, no matter who it offends. I'm telling you, you got to be vigilant over your mind. What you thinking, your emotional state. You got to become a little bit more vigilant. You know what I mean? And if it does not align with the things that you know are in alignment with the purpose that God has for you, then you gotta go. You just gotta go. You know? You just gotta go. You can't even wait for people to get it. Like, I genuinely feel like we're in a season where you can't even. Do I have grace for you? I just told my husband this earlier. He wanted me to fix one of my videos because I recorded. I have grace for people to grow, but I also give myself grace to go. Like, I give myself grace to go because I'm not going to allow myself to be responsible for your insecurities. I'm not going to allow myself to carry the weight that God is not calling me to carry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that in my life. I have standard operating procedures to be in a relationship with me. Does that make sense? And I don't want to be, thanks y'all. I don't know what's happening on TikTok because I don't know. But I appreciate y'all. I think that was a gift. I appreciate you so much, friend. But it's okay to set some standards for your life. You are too good for certain things. You are too good for some people. You are. You are, in fact, too good for it. You are. And you don't have to be connected to people because you've known them for a significant amount of time. You related to them. You worked with them. Whatever y'all connection was, you don't have to feel obligated to remain in connection with them beyond the season God called you to. I cannot imagine if I was trying to stay connected to all the people I've worked with. I would feel so drained. I would feel heavy, right? Because I worked these jobs. I was a teacher for years. I worked at 3 or 4 different schools in my career span as an educator. So there are people that I still think about. I see them out on Facebook. I love them, all the things, right? Celebrate whatever they got going on in their life, but I'm not trying to stay intimately connected with them, right? There was a season where I was intimately connected with some of my coworkers because we were in the same season together, and now I'm just not because nothing happened. The seasons have changed, and that's all I'm saying. Like, the seasons have changed. You got to quit trying to hold on to stuff because the Lord is calling you to run, right? You're supposed to be running. And when you're trying to hold on to the wrong people, instead of you running, you holding somebody by the hand like this, trying to drag them with you. That's heavy. That's heavy. And a lot of people dead weight. That's a whole nother word. A lot of people, it ain't even just the weight, it's a dead weight. They just want to be attached to you. They just want to be connected in some way. Association is currency. A lot of us don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? They want to be associated with you to validate that their importance in the world. You know what I mean? And but they don't really care for you. They don't really care for you. They care about what you can do for them. And if you don't start running, if you don't learn to shake that weight off, runners don't wear a lot of clothes. You understand? I just went to the gym today. When you work out, when you're physically exercising, right? Your clothes are tight fitted, dry fit, stretchy. Because we don't want a lot of weight. We're doing a lot of moving. And listen, I just feel divinely that we're about to do some moving. And you don't want to, contrary to what some people believe, I don't want to move with a ankle length coat on. I'm gonna be hot because one, I'm moving. My heart rate is up. You understand what I'm saying? My heart rate is up. I gotta be careful. I gotta wear something I can be comfortable in as I'm moving. Right? I want to be in a space where I'm able to pick up some speed, and I can't pick up some speed with no big heavy coat on. Imagine me. It is summer. It is now June 10th, right? What's today? June 11th, I think. Today is June 11th, right? And I'm trying to look at the date because I really don't know. It's the 11th, right? So today is June 11th, and I'm in Mississippi. Imagine me right now sitting at this table talking to y'all with a coat on. Y'all will be trying to figure out what is going on. What is going on? And that's what your purpose is saying to you. What is going on? What are you doing? What is happening? You know what I'm saying? In the things the vision that you've had, the dreams that you've had, the ideas that God keeps dropping to you aren't coincidental. The people that you're connected to it is not coincidental. You know what I mean? You wanted the business, and then God sent you somebody in a relationship or in proximity to you that provides what you need. You understand what I'm saying? You can't even build a connection you need to build with them because you keep arguing with your mama. You keep arguing with your old friend. And the enemy is not going to use, this is something my husband taught me. The enemy is not going to use strangers to distract you. He's going to use the people that you're intimately connected to, the people that you're closest to. So you got to be very careful and vigilant when it comes to your purpose. Like, I cannot afford to be distracted by this, right? And if you're not practicing discernment, if you're not careful with things, you'll fall right into the distraction. You will just fall right into the distraction. Every time. Boom. They got you every time. Oh, they posted a subliminal post about you. And you like, is this about me? I know. They got you. They got you. They said something weird or did something funny. They stopped talking to you. And immediately you start chasing it. You trying to seek closure. They got you. They got you. A lot of these distractions are calculated because the enemy does not want to see you finish. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? He does not want to see you conquer. He does not want to see you overcome. And if you're not careful, if you're not vigilant, if you're not mindful, if you're not intentional, if you have no discernment, you will always be distracted. The difference between you and the people that you admire is they decided no more distractions. Seriously. Seriously. The difference between you and the people that you admire, that you want to be like, is that they decided no more distractions. I'm not letting that distract me. And you can't worry about how people perceive you, not you taking a stance for yourself and for your life and for the people connected to you. Albert Tate! Hey friend. You can't even worry about how people perceive that, right? I was just thinking this morning as I was actually reading in Esther about all the people that were attached to her and how her and Mordecai, when they felt the offense, they still had to move strategically. They weren't wrapped up in emotion. I want y'all to go open your Bible and read Esther. Listen, they weren't wrapped because they could have been like, hey, I'm trying to do this, and they could have just lost it and went crazy and all. But they moved strategically. They kept going. You understand what I'm saying? And it was hard. It was challenging. It was scary. It was risky, right? But they continued anyway. They continued anyway. And had they allowed what Haman had done, had they allowed that to be a distraction, you know what I mean? Where they get wrapped up all in their emotions, they would have never been able to save the Jews. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but what I got out of that this morning is I can't even afford it. Cause I just can't. You know what I mean? I can't. I gotta move. I can't let offense sit in my heart, brew in my heart. I can't even afford it that you would do this to me. That I ain't did nothing to you, but you doing something to me. Like, it's gonna happen. It comes with the territory, especially if you made a decision that you're going to do something and you want to do something well. You know what I mean? It comes with the territory. So I just wanted to encourage you, friend. Don't let these distractions get you, because these distractions are oftentimes very calculated. And as I was reading this morning, I see Haman, his issues with Mordecai, because Mordecai wouldn't bow to him, but he wanted to kill up all the Jews. Just dramatic, just extra. And that's how people are. When they can't get you, they want to get everybody. All right, people who ain't even looking for the smoke or nothing. They just out. People can be absolutely ridiculous, but you have got to stay rooted in what you know God has called you to. And even then, the opposition that God allows in your life, the transgressions that come to you, against you rather, things like that. Even God, like he uses that stuff. So I want you to remember that truly some things are truly beneath you, and there are some things that you truly are too good for. You really are. There are people who are just jealous of you. They're jealous of the favor on you. They're jealous of the abilities you have. They're jealous of the gift you have. A lot of people will be intimidated by you when you decide, hey, I'm going to embrace my truest. Because, we live in a world where people aren't operating in their most authentic selves. People are trying to do what this person doing, that person doing. Everybody just doing stuff. So it's weird for people to see somebody actually showing up as their most authentic selves and operating in that and being favored from that place. Does that make any sense? So expect to offend people, expect to be offended, but don't let it keep you from running. Keep going. Don't quit. I just want to say this again, because you're my friend, girl, and I know you here and you hear me. I want you to stop trying to seek closure. Let her go. Let her go. That is the closure. She left. That's the closure. He don't want to talk. He blocked you. When you text now, the messages are green. That is closure. Why are you trying? You supposed to be over here working on your business plan. God is removing these people so you don't have those constant distractions. A lot of people are so calculated in their distraction because they're jealous to see you continue. They're jealous to see you actually go to the meeting. They're jealous to see you follow through. They're jealous to see you save the money. They're jealous to see you get the car because they got you in this box and you breaking the box. Ain't no point in you trying to. Only way you gonna be able to be with some people is if you settle to be beneath them or within the walls of their own insecurities. Does that make any sense? Or if you don't make their box break. That's the only way you're gonna be able to be with them. So you're gonna either honor the call, you're gonna honor the assignment, and you're gonna keep going, or you're gonna stay here with them. You're gonna be distracted. Calculated distractions. Because a lot of them are truly calculated. A lot of distractions are truly calculated. There's somebody right now, unfortunately, thinking about probably how they could distract me, what they could do to get me distracted. And that's why you gotta be vigilant, friend. That's why. I don't know what y'all talking about on YouTube. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, is that? I don't know, Albert. I think so. I think when they block you, it go green. Cause my brother, baby mama blocked me one time. I think it was green. I think it was green. She had got it to my brother, so she blocked everybody. I couldn't even check on my knees. But listen, y'all, be faithful to the call. Don't be distracted. Keep moving. Keep pressing. Because at the end of the day, I feel like when you turn around and you start trying to go back and forth with people, you keep trying to, make it work with them. You limiting yourself, and you keeping yourself in a space that God is calling you, in a room that God is literally calling you out of, right? And I like to use the analogy of an elevator, because oftentimes when we're going up, we have to consider the weight that's on the elevator. It's a capacity, it's a weight limit. And I think so many times, because we just familiar with people, we're afraid of the unknown. We don't know who's gonna get on the elevator next, so we just keep holding the elevator for all them friends and all them old co-workers and you just sitting there waiting, and some of them ain't coming because they know you waiting. They got you distracted. They say, I'm coming, and they know you just type of person that's gonna wait. And you sitting there waiting, and the next level is waiting on you. You gotta let people go. You gotta understand that you made the call. They didn't show up. Keep pushing. Keep going. Okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just really felt led to tell you, don't start running with the wrong people. And it's easy for you to do when you feel like you need to go seek closure. You gotta figure it out. That is the closure. The closure is a close the door on you. BJ's doing good. He started taking some steps yesterday. I'm gonna show y'all some videos soon. BJ is almost 15 months. How old our baby is, man? He 1. I try to keep up with that month thing. It ain't working. Listen, and BJ, he can walk, but he is terrified of falling, friend. So we're trying to encourage his confidence a little bit by letting him explore a little bit more. We have a huge playpen in our den over here, and he's fallen a few times, and from those falls, he's just like, I don't know about this walking thing. But yesterday, I put my Bible in front of him because it's bright colors like turquoise. Put the Bible in front of him because I'm already teaching him to reach for the word, period. So, and I made him walk to me because the color was getting him, and it went well. So I'm going to show y'all clips of that soon. I tried to get him to do it again this morning. He wouldn't, but I know we're going to get there. But I love y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. Please don't be distracted. Just remember, these distractions are oftentimes calculated, right? Don't get people to what they want, y'all. I want you to dissatisfy and disarm. I want you to disappoint. Everything when it comes to you being distracted. Just keep pushing, keep moving, because that's really where your finish comes, when you decide you're not going to be distracted. And just keep it pushing, okay? I love y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. Go watch the newest episode of Friend Fusion. It released yesterday. There are goods and goodbye, okay? And I know that you've been in a season of transition. We're now in the middle of the year already. And some of the things you have not accomplished, some things you have accomplished, it didn't go the way you thought it would with that relationship or that relationship and this relationship, but you're still here. So that means you're not finished yet. You got to keep running. And so I just want to encourage you to run over to my Patreon while you're running. I want you to run over to my Patreon community and get into this new episode of Friend Fusion, because I can promise you, somebody said disengage. Absolutely. Because I can promise you the message in this week's episode of Friend Fusion would be such a blessing for you. You need the gems, you need the tools, and it is in my Patreon community. So join me on Patreon. That's patreon.com/yourfriendtrend. We have a time of connection tonight where we will meet live to discuss this week's episode. So you guys can go there. We're also in the middle of our book club right now. We're reading my ebook, The Mean Girl Manual. She don't like you, and that's okay, because period. It is. It's absolutely okay. So we're cracking into some new chapters tomorrow. We're going to be doing that. And so, yeah, y'all come on into the Patreon community, especially if you're a person who is seeking growth. You're seeking a lot of self-development things, self-help. I really feel like you would enjoy the work of community that the Lord has given me in my Patreon community. It is so beautiful. Just connecting with other individuals who are on the same wavelength as you, right? And I think we do a very good job at buying things, especially us as girls. We love to buy the things, right? All the things. But we don't actually invest in the things that matter most, like relationships. Your life moves at the speed of your relationships. And so if you don't start doing the things you need to do to get better at them, it don't matter how cute you are, you're still not gonna be happy. Because science, even science, shows us that the quality of your life is dependent upon the quality of your relationships. Okay. You can get my ebook, The Mean Girl Manual, on my website at yourfriendtran.com. I have an ebook bundle there where you can also purchase the audiobook. And when you buy it, friend, it immediately comes up on your payment screen. Each download, it is also sent to the email you use to purchase. And when you purchase it, you'll find that you can download it 3 times, right? But that's for 3 different devices. So you can put it on your iPad, you can put it on your phone, you can also put it on another device. Either way, you need to make sure you save that download. It's like a traditional download. Y'all remember back in the Gap when we got on Yahoo and you got an attachment, you click download and then you got to save it. It's the same with these downloads. So make sure you save it. Most of our friends save it in books or files. So you just do what works best for you. But yeah, you can go get it right now. The ebook, The Mean Girl Manual, She Don't Like You, and that's okay. If you guys enjoy my content day to day, and you feel like it's really improved your friendships and how you show up, I feel like you would definitely enjoy being a part of the Patreon community, which I affectionately call the Friend Zone. You would definitely enjoy the Mean Girl Manual. So I love y'all. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. See y'all later. It's hot. Babe, can you go there on? Thanks, y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. Hey, St. Louis. I love y'all. I really be struggling on TikTok. Oh, I think I got it. Bye, y'all. Say a little bit.